Good afternoon and welcome to this webinar. My name is Malcolm Fleming. I'm the Chief Executive of the New Zealand Institute of Building, and joining me today from Clearhead, our partner on the Employee Assistance Program, is Ollie Nicholson. The purpose of the webinar is to introduce our Employee Assistance Program, or EAP, and which Ollie will do, and will take about 10 minutes to do so. The whole webinar will take about 20 minutes, including questions and answers that I'll facilitate at the end of the session. But first of all, what were the drivers for the New Zealand Institute of Building to provide a EAP to its membership base? Well, there were two. One is that well-being, both of our members and the industry more broadly, is one of the NZIB's strategic goals as set out following the strategic plan of March 2021. And the second one is through a recommendation from our young professional advisor group that a EAP to provide to our members was seen as a very positive thing to do. There's also a feeling from the board that even though we understand that a number of our members will also be members of an employer-run EAP, which are now quite really available, in common with larger organisations, many of our members do not belong, are not employed by larger companies, and therefore it's about a little bit of a limb. And also another aspect to that is some employees may be reticent to use the employer's EAP should there be another option. So we've chosen as our provider Clearhead. They've got a particular interest in the construction sector, which helped with our decision making to utilise those. Couple of aspects to our program. So the EAP that we're providing to our financial members as a benefit provides for all the online tools and resources that Ollie will run through with you. It does provide access to therapists also, albeit at a member's own costs. So even though there is a cost associated to that, as I've learned through experience through a family member, finding a therapist in this day and age is particularly difficult. So having access to one, albeit one having to pay for it, is seen as a benefit. So I'll hand over to Ollie now, and it'll take about 10 minutes just to run over the program and to launch it properly. And then I'll keep an eye on the questions that are coming in and circle back in about 10 minutes time to facilitate that. And if there's no questions, I've got one or two on my own. So I'll turn off my camera now, Ollie, and I'll leave it with you for the next 10 minutes or so.
Fantastic. Thanks, Malcolm. Hi, everyone. Although I can't see your faces, it's nice for you to join us today. And thank you, Malcolm, for the lovely introduction to Clearhead. So my name's Ollie. I'm Head of Customer Success here at Clearhead. And I think I speak for the rest of the team when I say we're really excited to be partnering with NZIOB members to be able to provide you all with accessible self-help tools designed to proactively support your mental health and well-being, both when and where you need it. So as Malcolm said, today's session should take roughly 10 minutes, maybe a little longer depending on questions. I'm going to walk you through how to sign up to use Clearhead, how to book therapy, as well as make time for Q&A at the end. But firstly, a little bit about Clearhead. We're a Kiwi-based company based in Auckland, Greyland, operating for over 4 years now. And why use Clearhead? Well, we're a holistic, accessible approach to supporting organisations with their well-being and mental health. Traditional EAP services, you're assigned a therapist, whereas with Clearhead, you have complete choice over who you see, where you see them, and at what time. So we're not just a number to call. We design and build self-help tools by doctors and psychologists for you to proactively manage your well-being, as well as give you access to our therapy network of over 300 therapists for you to choose to book from. Just also a note on your data privacy for anyone using the Clearhead platform. we take data privacy very seriously. We work in compliance with the New Zealand Privacy Act, as well as Health Information Privacy Code, which means none of your personally identifiable data will ever be made available to NZIOB. But before I jump into the live platform demo, I'd like to play a quick video introducing my CEO, Dr. Angela Lim, who will explain briefly what Clearhead is and how it works. So if you bear with me while I just share screen.
Hi, my name is Angela, and I'm making this video to tell you about what Clearhead is, why me and my team decided to build it, and how we believe this could make a difference in your life or the lives of someone you care about. Clearhead is an online, one-stop shop platform for mental health and well-being to help everyday New Zealanders to work towards their mental well-being. Clearhead allows you to figure out your mental health challenge confidentially and work through a personalized well-being plan. Here's how it works. You can start off by talking to our friendly digital well-being assistant about what you are experiencing. Our well-being assistant is designed to mimic a consultation with your GP that you can start on your own time when and where it's convenient for you. Our well-being assistant has been designed by doctors and psychologists to ensure it intelligently asks the right questions for your unique situation. Once you have completed your well-being consultation with our digital well-being assistant, Clearhead will create and guide you through your personalized well-being plan. Our well-being plan is made up of short lessons and interactive tools. There are 4 types of lessons in the well-being plan. The first is learning, which teaches you to understand what affects your mental well-being. The second is coping, where you will learn skills to deal with the distress you're facing. The third is thinking, which will help you navigate those unhelpful thoughts in your head. The fourth is doing, to support you with making healthy lifestyle changes. Our lessons and tools are designed to develop the skills needed to achieve positive well-being for yourself and others. Many of these tools, such as our mindfulness guides and mood tracker, will provide you valuable insights on your well-being or that of others you're supporting. Should you want to give therapy a go instead, you don't need a GP referral to do that, but it can be difficult to know who is the right person for you or whether they are even available. On our Clearhead platform, you can find available therapists that specializes in your specific mental health challenge and then book online with them. You can also choose to either see someone close to you in person or online. We've made it easy to sign up and get started, so you can start improving your well-being or those that you're supporting right away. 1 in 2 New Zealanders will face some sort of mental health challenge at some point of their lives. We're not very good at seeking help. And for those of us who do want to support others, we don't know how to. So what Clearhead hopes to do is be that mental health support person you need in your pocket 24/7 as you work towards your journey achieving your well-being.
Okay, hopefully you're still with me, guys. Thank you for thanks for tuning in. Now you have some idea of what Clearhead is and how it works. Given the 2 little video demos a little out of date, I'm going to walk you through our current platform and how to sign up and how to book therapy. So most important thing for anyone accessing Clearhead from NZIOB is to make sure you're using your unique web address. So you'll need to type in nziob.clearhead.org.nz. You can click sign up, the green button here. I've already signed in, but for yourselves, for new people logging in, you'll need to activate your account by popping over to your email inbox and finding that activation email and clicking that blue button. Once you've done that, you should be able to access your Clearhead platform. Now, we've got a few things on the left-hand side here. It may look a little bit busy for those of you who've never seen this before. When you first log in to use Clearhead, you'll be taken to your wellbeing assistant. Essentially, this is our digital wellbeing assistant is a great way for you to check in on yourself and help you understand what you're currently dealing with, whether it's low energy or high stress. It's a really great tool to help you self-manage. What you'll find is throughout your conversation with the digital wellbeing assistant, they'll start to provide you with tools and lessons based on your answers to the questions. Once you've been provided a few tools, or perhaps you've gone through the breathing exercises or the mood tracker, these tools will be collated in your wellbeing plan, which is on the left-hand side. We'll go over to my wellbeing plan, which is, I've saved 2 lessons here, my anxiety and personal growth, and then a few tools on the right-hand side, which I like to check in on a regular basis, especially the mood tracker, which I will just give you a quick demonstration of today. I'm going to rate my mood. It's about you know what? It's a 5 today. I'm going to be overly optimistic, feeling happy. And I'm going to say it's through good self-care and positive connections. And that's just going to track or make a tab of my mood today. You can see I've tracked it over the last little while. And this is a great way for you to check in on yourself and make sure you are in the right headspace. Now, we do have a library of resources and tools on the left-hand panel here for you to be able to tap into whenever you like. If you do, so the whole purpose of this dashboard is for you to help you self-manage. If you do feel like you need to speak to someone urgently, we do have a crisis button down below, which will give you a list of 24/7 helplines, which you can call, all New Zealand based, of course, especially the 1737 line there. Now, if you'd like to book therapy, I'll walk you through that now also. Click on the My Therapy tab. I don't have any current bookings, so I'm going to click on Find a Therapist. That's going to give you the option to book online or in person, and I can always change this at a later date, so don't be too concerned about this. You can choose from a list view or a map view, depending on where you're living. You can also filter by what you think you're dealing with, whether it's stress or life changes or relationship issues, as well as location, therapist type. In this case, I can look at any therapist profile and have a look at their bio, their specializations, and I can book straight with them. So for the purpose of this demo, I'm going to go to our practice psychologist. His name's Michael. He suits my requirements, or I like his specializations, especially in burnout and depression. So I'm going to go ahead and book with him. And I'll select to pay for my own therapy. The rest of the process is essentially like booking a table at a restaurant, super easy. I'm going to select individual counseling. I'm going to select in person because I'd prefer to see him in person. I'm going to select a date and time that suits me. So 5 p.m. or what is that? 5 p.m. tomorrow, perfect. I'm going to add a little bit about myself, what I need a hand with. Enter my COVID vaccination status and enter my contact details. Once I've clicked confirm booking, essentially that sends a notification to the therapist and they'll be in touch with you to confirm your appointment. In the meantime, I can pop back to my wellbeing plan and use the tools as I like. So I believe that's all from the demonstration side of things. We are about to release version 2 of Clearhead. We'll keep you updated with resources on that later on in the month. I do have a little room for Q&A if we have any questions today, Malcolm.
Nothing online. Thanks for the demonstration. That is pretty simple to go through the process of booking therapy, and again, on the plan that we as IB is entered into, that's at own cost. But as I mentioned before, it is quite difficult to get therapists, so there will benefit in having that ability. So what I was interested in Ollie is, look, I know from my own personal experience that if I'm unable to, say, get to the gym and have regular exercise, or that affects my mood, my ability to be able to perform at a high level, and energy levels generally. So with sort of good usage of this program, I'm picking that people be able to track their moods and then look at how can they mitigate, suddenly finding a bit of a slump and being a bit stressed and getting a bit anxious and not performing as well as we should be. So is that one of the outcomes of this good utilisation of this plan, that you can actually track yourself and mitigate and implement methods?
That's correct. That's correct. I mean, we all have our own ways of managing ourselves, and some are more proactive than others. Personally, myself, I would be a little hesitant to use the tools. But since I've been working with Clearhead and I've been able to check in on my mental health on a regular basis, I actually find some of the tools like managing anxiety over workloads or which is causing me stress at work, I find them actually really helpful to use. Our psychologist, Sam, he's the main voice behind all of the tools. And I find him a really great kind of personal coach for me to walk me through some of these tools. And although, you know, I guess some are more skeptical than others on whether or not, you know, a digital tool is going to be able to help me reach the outcome that I want in terms of my mental health. I've surprised myself when using the tools and feeling like at the end of my journey, I was better than when I started because I was more equipped. I had more resources and more knowledge than when I arrived on the Clearhead platform. So that's a little bit about my personal story and how the tools and lessons can also help those that are not quite sure where to start or concerned about whether or not they can help mitigate their any mental health challenges they're going through.
Right, so we've launched that already this month. So members would have received a welcome pack and the ability, the login details that be able to access the platform that you ran through us before, Ollie. So that's so we're all underway.
Perfect. Malcolm, can I make one more note?
Of course.
On the Clearhead platform, for everyone listening today, the app is also available to download from the Apple Store or the Google Store. It will ask you to enter your unique web address. So when you log into the app, you'll simply need to type nziob.clearhead.org.nz. You'll be prompted to do this, and this is essentially to verify that you are a part of NZIOB, and you will be provided with the tools and lessons. Yeah, so that's just letting you know that the app's available too. I did note on the version 2 launch, we do have a bunch of great new features coming out later on in the month. So we'll send through some more resources and update you there accordingly, Malcolm. And for everyone listening, you would have received a wellbeing quiz that that Malcolm distributed or NZIOB distributed to you perhaps last week. We encourage you to fill this out. It's a great way to check in on your wellbeing at this initial stage as you partner with, or as NZIOB partners with Clearhead. Gives you a great way to immediately check on where you are and your current state of wellbeing, and we'll provide you with a gentle reminder to check in on yourself over the next few months and provide you some results based on how you answer this quiz. This quiz is 5 simple questions based on positive psychology. So it's a really feel-good way to check in on yourself. That's all I have to say, Malcolm. Thank you.
Good. And presumably part of that, logging in for the first time using the NZIOB clearhead.org.nz email address, they'll be prompted for the NZIOB membership number to identify themselves.
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct.
That's great. All right, that was a nice speedy little introduction. Thank you very much, Ollie, for that. And yeah, we're very pleased to be partnering with Clearhead to bring this EPA to our membership.
EAP.
EAP,
Employee Assisted Program.
Employee Assistance Program, that's right.
I've done the same thing too. Hey, listen, if anyone needs to reach out to me, email support@clearhead.org.nz and we're here, we're available.
That's great. Thanks,
Cool.
Ollie.
Cheers,
Okay.
guys. Bye.
That's all for now. Thank you.